Oh, is this on? Good morning, Internet. This is the old fat dad. I was just touching up my makeup for the video today. No, actually I wasn't. I'm not cute enough to be a beauty influencer. Instead, what I have here is a big old fat bullet. Look at this thing. This is a 50 Beowulf round. It's the hard cast, flat, lead nose gas check ammo from Underwood Ammo, and we're going to be shooting out of the 50 Beowulf. But what the video is really about is what's in the box. Let's check it out. So a friendly guy from CVLIFE, a seller on Amazon, got in touch with me, maybe a week or so ago, and the message was basically, hey, would you like to try some of our products and make a review? I said, sure, show me what you got. He said, here's a list, pick it out. There's a couple of lasers on there, some other stuff, a flashlight. I might actually get the flashlight too. But I saw this on there, and it is one of these bipods that hooks in one leg on either side of your handguard and should connect to the m-lok slots there. It looks very similar to the UTG Recon Flex, I think it's called, but this guy is about $25, and the Flex, I think, is about twice that price at $50 to $60. I should note as well that not only does it have the bipod, but it also has a sling, and we'll check this out a little bit later. This is not really the focus of my video. I'm happy to try it, but I really want to see how the bipod handles, and I thought, what better way to put it through its paces to see how good is this little bipod here than to throw it on the 50 cal. We got the 50 Beowulf out here. We got some hard hitting ammo. We're gonna shoot through it. I got to sight it in anyways. It's about to be deer season. I put a new scope on there, the PST Viper 2 1:6. So far, very impressed with that as well. But again, we are looking at mainly our bipod. We're going to put it through the paces and see if this guy can handle being on the 50, if it shakes loose, if it holds up well. Let's put it to the test. All right, let's open this box up and get to work installing this bad boy. Here is what it looks like. It looks like a nice, decent finish on here. It's aluminum, anodized, maybe, but nice coat on there. Nothing really to note. Looks like we got some adjustment wheels on the side there, and that's where it's going to tie into our m-lok. Well, there's no directions in the package, but there turns out there is an Allen wrench in there, and I had a star bit trying to adjust these m-lok mounting screws, but definitely not. It is a Allen wrench. Glad I found that. Made life a little easier. We got it mounted up there. A couple of things to note. The legs come out and are adjusted down here with this little lever. Feels pretty solid, I guess. Locks in there with kind of a beefy little latch right there and these big old notches. And then when you want to adjust the, I don't know what you call this, the cant or whatever, you've got a big old silver pin there that pushes into this wheel here, and you pull it out, and then it spins around and latches in down there. So all together, looks pretty good, but there's no real way to tell how it's going to handle up until we do some pew-pew. So let's do it. All right, first test of the CVLIFE bipods. Shooting the 50 Beowulf, and it's not 50 BMG, but this thing definitely kicks. Ah! Forgot how much oomph there was behind this guy. I gotta go check my target and change my drawers. See you in a second. Alright, let's take a look at that bipod after about 10 rounds of 50 Beowulf. Now this thing doesn't lock up super tight. It is a little bit wiggly there, and this is a little bit wiggly down here. But it's tied in pretty good. This locked in on the m-lok rather well, not going anywhere up on the top. So I don't know if I'd classify this as a super precision shooting bipod, but for my uses out here, it seems to have held up okay so far. If I'm going to get the 50 out, I'm going to spend all this time getting it zeroed. You better believe we're going to shoot some fun stuff with it. So let me get some watermelon out. I think I got some 2 liters, maybe some other stuff. Let's get started with the fun stuff. The burning question everybody has about the 50 Beowulf: will it watermelon? Got one set up down there. We've got our 300 grain holler points loaded up. What's gonna be left when we are done here? It will definitely watermelon. I got a chunk of watermelon in my mouth. We're about 10 yards away. Okay, 50 Beowulf, it will watermelon. Alright, the hollow point will definitely watermelon. Now I'm curious about our lipstick round. 380 grain hard cast, going about, I think, 1,500 feet per second is what they're saying. Will it watermelon? Let's find out. Okay, it definitely watermelons. It also definitely didn't hit me in the face with watermelon chunks, so a little bit more polite. Our bipod's holding up good still. Not falling apart on us yet. I'm really digging these lipstick rounds. Let's take them. They're known for penetrating, probably penetrating. Is that a thing? How about 2 liters hiding behind a fence board? Is that fence board going to be enough to save them? Only one way to find out. Here we go. Oh, no, sir. Whenever you bring the 50 out, people always want to know how it does as a home defense gun. So I've got 4 houses lined up there with a watermelon at the backside. Let's see if you could defend yourself against some vicious birdhouses. Lipstick round, by the way. Only round for home defense, in my opinion. Oh! That'll do. I'd say that will do. Our lipstick round, it worked pretty good as a home defense round. Definitely took out the houses, but that dang watermelon on the backside survived mostly intact. So I'm going to reset up with a fresh house to take out with our lipstick round. Got the 2 liter behind that. Finally the watermelon on the backside. Let's see how she fares. Here we go. Ooh. Say, that's a pretty high quality home defense round right there. And finally, by far the most asked question about the 50 Beowulf: how is it for small game hunting? We've got our small game simulators down there, and we're going to want to use that lipstick round one more time. For small game, you want to make sure whatever round you're using has lots of penetrative power. 4 cans of dog food, small game simulators, loading up the hard cast. Will it go all the way through? I doubt it, but you know what? We're gonna find out. Yeah, well, I'd say the answer is yes. It's good for small game hunting. If you ever watched any of my 22 long rifle testing videos, you can see there's quite a difference between what a 22 will do and what a 50 Beowulf will do. Pretty neat stuff. As far as our bipod, I think it held up pretty well. Never popped out or broke loose or had anything fail. We only ran about 20 rounds through this guy, but that's 20 rounds of 50 Beowulf out of a very lightweight platform, which makes for quite a lot of recoil. Again, it's a little wobbly, and it came that way. I haven't noticed any differences from when I started to when we finished here. But for 25 bucks, I gotta say it's probably a pretty good deal. Well, that was probably one of the most fun videos I've shot in a while. I really enjoy blowing up watermelons and 2 liters, and that small game simulator, that was just a mess. Gotta love that. As far as our bipod, it's a $25 bipod. It held up well for our 50 Beowulf. 20 shots, no significant movement breakage other than the wobbly bits that were wobbly when we installed them. So, you know, for 25 bucks, I gotta say it's probably a pretty decent bipod. I'm not a super precision shooter, and if you are, you probably don't want to buy something that's 25 bucks. Get something that's rock solid, that'll guarantee that every shot goes where you want it, or at least will guarantee that the bipod's not the point of failure if a shot does go astray. Now, you get the bipod and you get this sling here, and I'm not gonna do too much on the sling besides saying that the clips are metal, and then all the other clips on here, the adjustment strap thingies, are plastic. It's fairly comfortable. It comes in a really loose, big, I don't know what you want to call it. I had to adjust it way down to get it to fit comfortably on me, but you can adjust it down, and you can always cut off the excess strap that you don't want after you adjust it, if that's your inclination. So 25 bucks for a perfectly decent bipod and a perfectly decent sling. I'd say it's not too bad. Check them out, CVLIFE on Amazon. I'm sure you guys have heard of them. And I guess that about wraps it up for me. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.